Tonight's collaboration is a really good example of what the Humanities Cultural Programme is about, a collaboration between artist and academic. It's the culmination of John Pfumojena's visiting fellowship here at the university.
The concert with Judith Valerie Engel was an incredibly amazing concept to put together. It's not just a compilation of music from the Western culture, nor is it slamming it together with Mbira, traditional and contemporary music, but we thought we wanted to have a conversation.
Well, I'm here in Oxford doing a DPhil in historical musicology, but I'm a classically trained concert pianist. And when I say classically trained, I mean like classically trained.
We decided we wanted to interrogate how we were taught music in schools, how we were taught to perform, and how we were taught even to collaborate. And those were very ritualistic elements of our cultures.
I had never even heard an Mbira before, but as the first time John and I rehearsed together, I immediately knew this could work.
The culture of classical training and direct instruction with Mbira, and the rituals are what make the music what it is, why we play the music, for whom, for what events, for what ceremonies, how we play that music, how we perform it. That was the conversation we wanted to interrogate and engage with.
I'm going to teach you this rhythm. It's simple. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Working with Judith has been an eye-opener. You obviously have a classical piano culture that is almost rooted in sheet music.
I come from legacy lines that can be traced back to Frédéric Chopin, Franz Liszt, and beyond.
The Mbira culture is improvisation, comes from an oral tradition.
As pianists, we revere our teachers, at once as parents and deities. Their sentencing means life and death to us.
And we found that it was challenging initially to just begin.
It is the teacher who breathes anima into the budding musician. They pass on the scepter of devotional practice devoid of any god.
Classical music has a lot of, in theatre we say stage directions, but ornaments and performance directions. We decided actually we'd use the performance directions of Mbira classical music, which is begin the music but gradually create intensity with tempo and speed. And so that cycle would repeat but gain momentum and tension and continuously gain tension and fall then within some of the Shona rhythms that we worked with.
Skitote vos in matriculum. Universitatis hodi relatos esse. Et ad observandum omnia statuta istias universitatis quantum ad vos spectent teneri. I hereby induct the Mbira as an official member of the university, having resided in the Pit Rivers Museum unofficially for decades and decades.
Mbira music is not just ancient and stuck in history, but is important to be played and experienced and studied and researched now, today. And not as an elective and not as an exotic stint in a program, but as an equally important aspect of the music of the world that we are gifted with. I always say this, as a Zimbabwean from Southern Africa, Western classical music is actually our ethnomusicology. And I think it's really important that we move past the divides and the gatekeeping of what could be a really flourishing community of music, not only in the United Kingdom, but around the world, that make this world a much better collaborative place. In our culture, music and movement, dance, choreography, and rhythms, drum rhythms, and storytelling are not separate. There was never a word for theatre because we lived our theatre.
The answer is always, this is how things have always been done. Well, there are new ways in which things can be done. If I can learn the name Tchaikovsky, you can learn the name Mbira. If there are any two countries on the planet that could have the strongest bond today, that is the United Kingdom and Zimbabwe. The greatest cultural bridges are waiting to be built. Music does not discriminate nor separate. People do.